Obviously being very careful with the hole saw because it's hot, very hot. In this video, I'm going to show you how to remove some previously glued pipes. There may be some reasons you may want to do this, and this is one option you can try before you start tearing apart the walls or floors to get your pipes to where you want them to be. This is Rudy from the Home Improvement channel with another video showing you how to fix things around the house. If you're a subscribed member to my community, then welcome back. If you're new to this channel, consider clicking that subscribe button below, and please like this video if it was helpful for you. Okay, so without further ado, let's dive right in. Okay, so I don't have a real life scenario here in the wall to show you this, but I've got this pipe clamped in the vise right here so that I can show you what I would do if it was in the wall. First thing you're going to want to do is you're not going to be able to take this 90 off of here just like it is. You're going to have to cut it around this area right here so that I get rid of all this part right here. There's nothing left here but the collar. Make sure not to cut it too close to the existing pipe. You can, feel in here and kind of see where the existing pipe is. So I would leave just a little bit of extra room right here. I'm going to use a oscillating tool to cut this with. So let me go ahead and cut this. Now for this next step, you're going to need a heat gun. So you see what I did here. I left a little bit of pipe in there so that there's some of the old rings sticking out. Well, I did that so that I have something to grab to. Okay, we're going to need a heat gun. I also put a slice in here, if you notice, when I was cutting it. And I did that so that I can separate it. It just makes it easier to kind of peel it back. So let's see what happens here. Sometimes this doesn't work, so this is kind of a crapshoot, but it could save you a bunch of trouble of tearing stuff apart if it does work. That plastic will get kind of shiny when it's getting melted, so you'll be able to see that. It's getting a little soft. It's not there yet. It's got to be pretty hot to make this work. There we go. One tip would be when you cut that slice in there with the oscillating tool, if you do it that way, make sure not to cut it too deep and gouge into the pipe because that will mess up the sealing surface for the next piece. So this came off with minimal damage. You could take a little Dremel tool with some sandpaper and kind of lightly sand around that if you wanted to, being careful not to damage the surface, but it held its shape. It's still a good round pipe. So this is no problem to reuse this again. This pipe is inside and I'm going to try to leave this part intact and remove the pipe out of this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this short like I showed you before, but we won't really be able to take our oscillating tool and get inside that, I don't think, without gouging the inside diameter of this. Got my pipe cut off of there. I did make a slice as far down as I could, but I couldn't get it down through there. So this one's going to be more of a challenge because I got to put the heat to the inside of this and hope I don't melt the piece I'm trying to save. This kind of melted, as you can see, but I think it's pretty round and it'll hold its shape. So let me let this cool off, and then we're going to try a piece of pipe in there and see how it fits. All right, it's cooled off and it's pretty round, I'd say. I don't see any oblong aspects to it. The pipe does fit in there just fine. You might want to take some light sandpaper and kind of clean it up around the inside before you reuse it again. But there you have it. You can do this. One other example would be is your toilet flange. The bolts might have pulled through. They might have broken or whatever where the bolts go for the toilet, and you've got to replace that toilet flange. Well, this will work for that too. Okay, so I just want to show one more method of removing this. This is a method that I've used in the past successfully, and I'm sure many of you have some various hole saw sizes laying around. If you don't, you can go to Lowe's and get something that's the right size for you. And this method actually works very good. The idea is to find a hole saw size that's about the size of what you're going to use it for. Right here, this one actually fits perfectly, so I'm going to use that one. But if you have one that's just a little small like this one, this will still work. The idea is to heat this hole saw up with a torch, just about as hot as you can possibly get it. You'll probably have to heat it, for a minute, under the torch. That way it's hot enough to melt this plastic. And the idea is it acts like a heat sink, and it'll melt this all the way around evenly. Okay, this will also work on the smaller pipe sizes. I didn't show that earlier because I was just showing a different way of doing that, but let me go ahead and show you what I'm talking about. Now for this method with the torch, I do advise that you create some ventilation, open a window, put a fan in the door, whatever. This happens to be my biggest fan right here. Now, same as before, I'm going to go ahead and cut this off camera to make this easier to remove. All right, we got everything all set up. As I was saying before, you need to heat this hole saw up with your torch. So I'm going to do that off camera, and then I'll be back when this is good and hot. All right, got my hole saw good and hot. Just leave that in there a few seconds and then see what happens. Obviously being very careful with the hole saw because it's hot, very hot. It's working. You kind of do have to work pretty fast on this. And there we have it. Wasn't too bad. Hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching.